Airlines are keeping something you'll never hear them say during their safety speech. The minute you board that aircraft, there are 11 particular maneuvers that distinguish travelers who arrive ill, weary, and overbilled from those who arrive bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And here's the trick. Number 7 is almost illegal, but totally permitted. Stay with me until the end, because by the time this video is over, you'll know exactly what flight attendants do on their own flights and what they're trained never to tell you. Let's get into it. Number 1, the bacterial nightmare. You finally find your seat, stash your bag, and take a deep breath. But the truth is, you just sat down on one of the dirtiest things you'll handle all week. According to a University of Arizona study, airplane tray tables contain 8 times more bacteria per square inch than a public restroom toilet seat. Yes, the same tray where you'll put your snack or put your phone. Why? Because airlines only have 15 to 30 minutes between flights to clean the cabin. They refill snacks, inspect safety equipment, and give a quick visual cleaning. But nobody has time to disinfect every single surface. Here's your first insider trick, and it will take less than 1 minute. Take disinfectant wipes. Before you sit down, wipe these tray table and latch, armrests, seatbelt, buckle, touch screen, air vent, and window shade. Do it while standing. It's faster and less awkward than leaning over people later. And if you're over 60, remember that recovery from germs and colds takes longer. This one habit could save your trip. Next, we'll talk about a simple adjustment that can build an invisible shield around your face. Number 2, the air vent secret. That little nozzle in front of your head isn't all about coziness. It's actually your own defense mechanism. Scientists at Harvard found that when directed in the right way, that air vent builds an air curtain, a flowing screen that repels dirty particles before you inhale them. Most commuters get it wrong. They turn it off because it's cold, or blow it directly onto their face, dehydrating their skin and eyes. Here's what to do instead. Turn the vent to medium flow and angle it slightly in front of your face, not directly on it. You'll stay comfortable while keeping airborne germs out of your breathing zone. Adjust it before takeoff. Once you're in the air, it's harder to reach without disturbing others. And what comes next could literally save your life. Number 3, the 90-second survival rule. If there's an emergency, how much time actually do you have to escape? Just 90 seconds. That's the Federal Aviation Administration's evacuation standard. All the passengers off the plane in 1.5 minutes. Smoke, darkness, chaos. 90 seconds pass quickly. But most people think that they understand where the exits are, simply because they've flown before. They don't. All planes are unique. Exit doors, row numbers, even door designs differ. So here's what seasoned travelers do immediately. Count the rows to your 2 closest exits, one in front and one behind. Actually, inspect them. Imagine yourself reaching those doors, standing in darkness or smoke. When Air France Flight 358 veered off a Toronto runway in 2005 and burst into flames, passengers who had practiced their escape routes in their minds made it out alive. Those who were paralyzed did not. It's a 10-second habit that may seem wasteful until the day it saves your life. And now, let's discuss where most passengers totally sabotage their flight, their luggage. Game. Number 4, the overhead bin hack. You know what really holds up boarding? Passengers attempting to squeeze their bags into the overhead bins with absolutely no plan at all. They jam them in sideways, take double the room, and jam everyone behind them. Here's the method flight attendants use, and it works every time. Position rolling suitcases wheels first into the overhead compartment. This one maneuver can almost double the space available versus laying them flat. Backpacks. They fit under the seat in front of you. Never occupy overhead space with a soft bag. Now, here's a clever trick most people never consider. Put your bag in the bin in front of you, not above you. When it's time to get off the plane, just reach across the aisle and take it, no having to push through others in your row. Tip: prepare a small essentials bag with headphones, medication, phone charging cord, and glasses. Stash it in the seat pocket so you don't have to go digging in your bag later. But of course, speaking of that seat pocket, there's one spot you shouldn't leave your valuables. Number 5, the black hole trap. That wire mesh pocket in front of your seat? It's not a convenience, it's a trap. Airlines lost and found. Departments collect thousands of passports, wallets, credit cards, and phones, each and every month, all left behind in those seat pockets. Here's what you do. Things slip deep into the upholstery, get flattened by magazines, or just disappear when you clean. After that, the chances of retrieving them are thin. Here's what intelligent travelers do instead. Put every precious item into a zippered bag within your own bag or your coat pocket. Never leave anything you can't do without to the mercy of the seat pocket. And if you're on an overnight flight, set up your comfort gear before takeoff. Neck pillow, eye mask, headphones. You'll save yourself and your neighbors the hassle of rummaging around in the dark later. One more insider move. Always bring a pen on international flights. You look prepared when everyone else is asking the flight attendants to borrow one for arrival forms. Now, if these secrets are already surprising you, keep watching, because what's next reveals why every plane feels like a desert inside. Number 6. The desert inside the plane. Here's something airlines won't ever tell you. At cruise altitude, cabin humidity falls to 10 to 20%. For perspective, the Sahara Desert hovers about 25%. That is to say, you're sitting in a drier atmosphere than one of the driest environments on planet Earth. The consequence, your body gets dehydrated more quickly than you know, bringing on headaches, fatigue, parched skin, and enhanced jet lag. And that little plastic cup of water they offer you once on a 5-hour flight, it's nowhere near sufficient. Here's the play. Hydrate as soon as you sit down. Not with coffee, not with soda, both dehydrate further. Drink plain water steadily throughout the flight. Pro tip, bring an empty reusable water bottle through security and fill it before boarding. You'll never have to wait for the drink cart, and you'll stay ahead of dehydration the entire time. If you're over 60, dehydration can also affect blood circulation and the effectiveness of certain medications. So consider adding electrolyte tablets to your water. Now that your body's taken care of, let's make your seat actually feel like it was designed for a human being. Number 7. The comfort customization secret. Most passengers just plop down, buckle up, and take whatever uncomfortable posture the seat provides them. Intelligent travelers don't. They adjust their comfort the instant they sit. First, fold the wings of the headrest inward to hold your head. It stabilizes your neck while you nap. If there are no wings, roll up a jacket or scarf and put it at the back of your neck. Then, insert another pillow or folded jacket in back of your lower back. Airplane seats are designed to be frugal, not comfortable, so you must personalize them. Then, plan your entertainment ahead. Select your films or your playlists prior to departure, because once the system begins to reboot in flight, you will be stuck, waiting. Here's another bright idea. Experiment with your seat recline prior to departure. Familiarize yourself with how far it reclines so that you don't shock the person behind you later. Pro tip, store medications and all essentials in your carry bag under the seat, rather than in the overhead. You'll need ready access in the event of turbulence or a delay. But first, settle into your seat. First, there's one more thing to do, and it's something even flight attendants quietly do every time. Number 8. The social advantage. Here's a move most travelers completely overlook: a simple greeting. A quick hello to your seatmates can completely change the atmosphere of your flight. You're not starting a deep conversation or sharing your life story, just a smile, a polite hello, maybe a short line, like heading home or traveling for work. Why is this important? Because when you do need to stand up later or grab your bag, it's considerably less embarrassing to request a favor from someone you've already established a rapport with. And sometimes, those little interactions end up being travel advice, business leads, or even long-lasting friendships. The trick is, balance start with small talk, then tactfully demark your limits by donning headphones or cracking open a book. Pro tip for older adults: let your seatmates know ahead of time that you might need to stand from time to time for circulation. It alerts them and spares you the embarrassment later. Now, talking about movement, let's discuss how to outsmart jet lag before the plane even takes off. Number 9. The time warp trick. Do you want to know how savvy travelers conquer jet lag? They begin to adjust even before the plane takes off. As soon as you board, synchronize your watch or phone clock to the local time of your destination. This small mental adjustment instructs your brain to start synchronizing early, well ahead of your arrival. If it's evening at your destination, do it like night immediately. Dim your screen, close your window, shade, wear an eye mask, and chill, even if it's noon at the place you're coming from. If it's stay there, have your screen brightness up, open the shade, and don't nap. Even frequent flyers use blue light blocking glasses on overnight flights so their body clock can adapt quicker. Pro tip for travelers age 60 and beyond. It takes your circadian rhythm longer to adjust. So start making your sleep schedule change about 2 days prior to traveling. Bed and rise a bit closer to your destination's timing. Your body will appreciate it when you arrive. And while everyone else is fighting exhaustion, here's what the sharpest passengers observe before takeoff. Number 10. The attendant awareness advantage. Watch what seasoned travelers do. As soon as they find their seat, they take a moment to note where the nearest restrooms are and which flight attendants are assigned to their section. Why does that matter? Because when turbulence hits or the seatbelt sign lights up, you'll already know which direction to go and who to ask without wandering awkwardly down the aisle. Here's another tip. Flight attendants never forget passengers who smiled, said hello, or thanked them when boarding. Be kind, be a good listener, and they may return the favor with added attention, faster service, or tips. Tip: hit the bathroom before the food comes around. When the carts begin to roll, you may be waiting a long time, especially on longer flights. And then, the last move, the one even regular flyers forget, but literally the difference between life and death. Number 11. The mental rehearsal protocol. This is the routine no one ever mentions, but it might just save your life. Just before takeoff, spend a mere 10 seconds walking through your emergency plan mentally. Ensure your seatbelt is on. Recall the 2 nearest exits. Visualize how you would get out if you needed to evacuate. Which way, what to pick up, how low to go. Psychologists term this mental practice, and it has been shown to significantly enhance reaction time in actual pressure. On US Airways Flight 1549, the Miracle on the Hudson, those who had mentally prepared and listened to safety procedures evacuated the fastest and lived. In icy water, seconds mattered. Here's the reality. Airlines will never speak aloud. The majority of passengers completely ignore the safety briefing, thinking they'll learn if something happens. But in an actual emergency, panic kills preparation safes. So before each flight, take 10 seconds. Imagine, find, inspect. Don't worry if you never need it, but if you do, those 10 seconds could be worth their weight in gold. So, which of these insider tips caught you off guard the most? Did you ever use one that actually saved your flight experience? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if you wish to know what exactly TSA officers think when they pull you over, the next video will make your eyes pop. Until then,